We finally got here, and we're very happy to have with us special guests. You may introduce yourself.
Yep. All right, so my name is Edwin. I'm from New Brunswick, New Jersey. I run a small business. It's just a sneaker. So a small sneaker page. It's called HypezDreams on Instagram.
Right. And I was just asking you about this before we turned the camera on, but for people that don't know, how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for about a year and a half. It's about to be 2 years next month.
And you just got out of high school.
Yeah.
How'd you start? Like, what got you into it?
I started watching YouTube about sneakers and stuff, and then at my school there used to be a lot of people wearing 1s and 3s, and I used to go into like retail stores like Foot Lockers, Finish Line, and I'm like, yo, where are these shoes?
Yeah.
and then I realized like they're so limited, and they only drop on like certain apps like Sneakers app, and that's when I started getting into like reselling.
Right.
Are you a big sneakerhead yourself, though?
A little bit. I like some shoes like Jordans, but like if we're talking about past history of shoes, I'm a little bit too unfamiliar.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're all about your business.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right.
And so where'd you get your name from? Like, what inspired your name?
Honestly, it was like I was literally up all night. I think it was like 1 a.m, and I was just coming up with a name, and that just came out, HypezDreams. I wanted to go with like something with kicks and soles, but then I realized a lot of people have.
A lot of
like,
people
Mhm.
are doing
soles
that.
and
Yeah.
kicks. So I just wanted to make a name that's just different from other people.
Yeah. And do you feel like, this might be a drag, but do you feel like you have a lot of dreams as an individual?
Yeah, especially for my business. I'm thinking probably in the future, I'm trying to, turn it into something more bigger than what I'm doing right now.
Like, you ever have plans of opening a store one day? Would that be a goal?
A store, yeah, but I'm honestly right now, like, with all, like, I heard a couple stories about people getting robbed and stuff. So,
Right.
Yeah, that kind of scares me when I'm opening a store.
Mm-hmm.
And the same time, location, because I'm from New Brunswick, and there's already a store out there, limited supply.
Yeah.
And I feel like, they taking over.
They got that. They got the New Brunswick on lock.
Yeah, so and I like what they're doing. They're doing good.
Yeah.
But so location has, it's another thing I have to worry about. So I'm not sure yet.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Have you lived in Brunswick your whole life?
Yeah, New Brunswick.
So what was it like growing up for you?
Not gonna lie, I was like kind of in the ghetto side of New Brunswick,
Yeah.
and then so it was kind of
Yeah, shaky.
ups and downs,
Kind of ups and downs to the point where you'll have to think about what would happen if you open a store for
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want to get robbed.
What's some shaky shit you've seen in New Brunswick? Because I've heard crazy shit in New Brunswick, too.
Well, I haven't really seen anything. Like, I remember when I was like in middle school, I was playing soccer with my friends, and all of a sudden we hear gunshots, and then everybody from the basketball court just laid down on the floor, and then they just started running, and I just stayed there because I was kind of scared, not gonna lie.
Like, you didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I was in middle school. I was like,
Damn.
12, 11 years old.
Right.
So yeah, that was probably one of the craziest things that happened.
And I get that before the camera was on, you also told me that you originate from Mexico.
Yeah, my parents are from Mexico.
Now, I feel like a lot of Mexicans I meet in everyday life are usually mad busy. So do you feel like that stands true with you personally? Like, they like to keep themselves very busy. You know what I'm saying?
Like workaholics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my dad, I could see, because he works 2 jobs. He works from 5 in the morning, comes home at 3.
Wow.
And then he has a small business where he cleans banks and stuff. And then he does that.
Wait, he cleans banks?
Yeah.
How do you clean up?
Honestly, he said that he got like a couple contracts.
Uh-huh.
So I
Nice.
guess that's how that works. So he cleans banks from like 4 to 9 or 4 to 10.
And do you feel like you get that from him? Like your sense of working and keeping busy?
Kinda.
Like you seen
Yeah.
it, like you like growing up, you seen him work
Yeah.
a lot, and it probably like is normal to you to like
But-
work.
Yeah, but at the same time, like when I was growing up, he didn't work as much. But when my siblings, I have a little brother and a little sister, they came. My dad started working more, and now that I'm realizing it, my dad barely has time for them. So
Mhm.
that's something I don't, want
Yeah.
to do, like work on, like every minute of the day.
Yeah, it's like a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Damn.
Would you feel that when you grow up, or a couple years from now, when it's all said and done, that you'd like to be comfortable, or would you like to keep achieving? Because I know you said that you don't ever want to be in that position, but when you have a lot of goals, it kind of, you know, it's like a slippery slope. Like you're bound to be busy and stuff. So what would you like for yourself to be, like, comfortable, or
Uh, like
like do
right,
you
right,
see yourself ever being too busy in your life?
right now, like while I'm young, like I guess in my 20s, yeah, I see myself being busy because I don't have many responsibilities.
Right.
But I guess when I turn older, like 40, 30, like I just want to, just chill and settle.
Be set out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you said you go to school, right? What do you go to school for?
I go to Middlesex Community College for business administration.
Yeah, I figure something business like would make sense.
Yeah.
Do you find interest in that major?
Yeah, I do. But some things like the professor talks about, like he makes it seem so boring.
Yeah.
But when I experience it, like it's just fun to me. But the way he explains it is boring, and it just, it sometimes it makes me look, perceive business as something different.
Yeah. I was just telling my friend about that the other day, because he tends to be like a corporate hater. But I was just saying, like, there's beauty in business too. People don't see it though, because all of the examples of it are,
Very capitalist. and, like,
old like white jerks,
Yeah.
So obviously you're not going to see the beauty in business if you're looking at them, but there's ways you could make it fun yourself, like this is your first year, and it all depends on perspective though.
Yeah.
This is your first year in college, correct?
my
and-
first year.
How would you say that's been for you? Like, when you were in high school, were you kind of shitty about going to college, or were you excited?
I was a little.
Yo, real quick, try to put the mic up here and flip it to the other side. The
Oh,
audio
shit,
side.
yeah.
okay?
All right. Yeah, I was a little bit. I got accepted to Keene University,
Oh, word.
Nice.
but I didn't go because it was too much money. And then I just told my mom that I'm just going to like community college for 2 years, and after those 2 years, I'm gonna decide whether or not I'm gonna continue school or not, or if my business is, if I'm doing well, I'm gonna just keep doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what do your parents think? Like being
Uh,
Hispanic parents, do they when they heard
yeah.
you say like, yeah, I sell shoes, were
I-
they like, psst,
So at the beginning, they were kind of like, "Oh, you're gonna make more if you get a job." Because when I was first starting out, I was making like like 5 sales a month, so I was not really making money. And then my parents were always like, "You should just get a job because you're not gonna make enough with that." And then once I started like building my page up. I started making like 10, 20 sales a week. And then my parents, it just got off my back for a little bit.
Yeah.
But since my dad has that small business where he cleans banks, he understands a little bit now.
Yeah.
He experienced that, for himself, that there's other ways to make money other than a job.
Nice. That is really nice, man.
yeah, that's dope.
And you said you went from 5 a month to 10, 20 a week.
Yeah,
That's a big change, bro.
Yeah, it was. It was kind of. It's kind of like it's busy because then you have to schedule meetups,
Yeah.
and then some. The shipping, it's easier because it's less of a hassle. But for meetups, you got to meet certain people like Newark, Elizabeth, Edison. It's just, it's kind of time consuming, but at the same time, it's really fun because you can meet new people.
Yeah, hell yeah. And you just never know, like who you're talking to. Like the other day, I was hesitant to share this, but the other day, I went to an event for my boys' clothing brand, Humane Menace, and I got into talks with these guys who ran a podcast since 2016. They're looking for writers, characters, all that type of stuff. So it's like, the more you open yourself and talk to people, the more opportunities for yourself you see,
Yeah.
Do you feel like you've met people that have came off as advantages to what you're doing so far? Other than customers, of course, because,
Yeah, so I mean, I met a couple people who have been in the business for like, I guess 10 years, I think it was, and then they just taught me like just personal, like how you got to carry yourself, and they just told me that you can't be greedy.
What did they say about carry yourself?
Like when you're doing business, like you can't be greedy, or you have to be chill with everyone. You got to be nice to everyone. Because
right.
you want to keep them, you want to keep them coming.
Like customer service.
Yeah.
How would you say like you grew your page and like your clientele? Like what was one way of like you growing customers?
So every time I make a sale, I make sure to tell them to take a picture of the shoes and if they can shout me out. That's how I mainly grew my page. But
Wow, something so simple.
yeah.
Right.
And that grew me. I was getting like, I guess 20 followers a week. It's not that much, but for me it was a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Everything
much,
counts,
yeah.
bro. Everything counts.
And then I recently started doing TikTok, and that helped a lot. One of my videos got 200K views on it.
What was it about?
It was me doing a meetup. I was buying a PlayStation and then selling it to one of my customers. It was just recording the process.
Mm-hmm.
And then I gained like 220 followers in a month. That was like
Damn.
my biggest jump I ever had.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. And do you feel like, obviously social media is important when you're running a business. Do you tend to stress it or think about it? Like, I'm not going to say more than the average would, but do you think about it a lot? About
Yeah.
getting your social media up and everything like that?
Yeah, every day I'm thinking about like what content can I put out today, or like what content can I put out next week, or what should I do in this video, or like what should I, just new ideas to come up with videos.
Right.
And you said you ship, so you have a website or not?
I don't. I like surprisingly people trust me enough. They just send the money and then I just ship it out. That's the other good thing about it. Because on my Instagram, I post highlights of me doing meetups so people could see that,
You're legit and you're not like some
Yeah.
fugazi dude.
And I just make sure, to prove myself, because it's hard not having a storefront because people won't trust you as much.
Really?
Right. And do you post every day?
On my story, yeah, but because I get more views on my story than
Anywhere.
likes on my post. Yeah. So I just go with stories.
Right. Yeah. We're trying to get better at social media presence too. I feel that's an everyday process, because it's so hard. It's harder than people think to just post stuff,
Yeah, it is.
And
you gotta think about like what you're gonna post and whether or not people are gonna like it, or
right.
how much engagement you get.
And sometimes you might think something is like kind of corny or stupid. Like, oh, I wouldn't post this. But like you post and like everyone loves it.
Yeah, that's how I feel sometimes. Sometimes like I don't even watch my own videos because I'm like,
Yeah,
oh my
yo,
God, this is corny.
After I upload, I never watch our podcast.
Yeah.
It's just too much because I've seen it when I edit like 3 times.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah, like I still have yet to watch a lot of the shit we posted, but it's just because you don't really have to. Like you're doing it.
Yeah.
You're doing the real life thing and just giving it to other people to see. Now, do you see yourself working with other people out here and other brands anytime soon? Is that a goal for you?
What do you mean by that?
Like
Like maybe a giveaway collab, or just
like for example, what's his name? What's his name again? You just brought his business, Chain of Command.
Yeah.
So Chain of Command, sometimes he meets like young owners of brands, and he'll sell their stuff for a certain price, of course. But I do know that you only sell shoes right now. So I guess the better question would be, do you see yourself selling clothes anytime soon?
Yeah, I do, but that's a different market I had to learn about.
Mm-hmm.
Because, with clothes, I feel it's a different market.
Definitely.
I'm also, when I get bigger, hoping to, put out my own merch
Nice.
and maybe make my own clothing brand.
Yeah. How long would you see, if you put a timetable on, how long would you say it would take for that to happen?
Probably, 2 years, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty long.
Yeah, and you wouldn't want to just get into that. People always say, just do it, but there's a lot.
Yeah, you got to take your time, like you said, learn the market, learn how to do it. Also, I had a question, do you go to events and shit like SneakerCon, Soul Exchange?
Yeah, I do. The last event I went to was called the Money Making Marv Show. It's in Edison. I mainly go there to just buy, because I get a couple steals. I haven't put on my own table yet, but that's something I want to do though.
How do you get your shoes and shit? Do you have a plug, or do you?
No, it's honestly just through local apps, local selling apps like Facebook, OfferUp, and Instagram too. I just buy from other resellers.
And you buy in bulk? That's how you get a better deal? Or you'll just get a good deal, you just catch?
Yeah, so for bulk, I try. It's kind of difficult for bulk because it's not really bulk sellers. I don't really know much bulk sellers. But for just single pairs, yeah, I try to get, just negotiate the best deal.
Damn, so you're always on one of those apps constantly?
Yeah, I'm always
Because I had thought about personally you're trying to resell too, but it's really like you said, you really got to be on the apps. You really constantly got to be looking for another good deal, or worry if a shoe is fake, or worry about meeting the person, like you said, scheduling your times, which can very much get in the way if you're trying to do other shit.
Yeah, so myself, I message 20 people a day, probably just two deals out of.
Is that something you tell yourself? I'm hitting up 20 people a day?
Yeah, I try, but at the same time, I get deals and then I don't.
Yeah, but that's a good thing to hit, because even if you have 20, even if one hits, you know what I mean? It's a deal.
Yeah.
It's a deal a day.
Right.
Yeah.
So you were saying you try because sometimes you get two earlier, and then you stop there once you get two?
2 deals?
Yeah.
No, I mean, if I could get more, I'll do it. The more inventory I get, the better.
How did you start though? Where did you get money to start? You had a job before?
No, I honestly, I just had $90 in my wallet, and then I saw limited supply. They posted a pair of Jordan 3 cements, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It was size 11 for $90, and that's where I
never.
That's crazy.
and that's where I went to buy my first pair of shoes to flip, but I ended up selling it for $95. So that was kind of I realized the reason why is because I didn't check the condition of the shoe properly. It had a couple scuffs and rips in it, and I thought I could sell it for $180.
I've done some dumb shit like that too. A store posted a steal and I cop, and I'm just so happy because it's it'll be a good shoe. A Black Cement 3, you think oh, this could sell easy.
Yeah.
But then you get it oh shit, it's actually not that clean.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But then damn, how long did you have that shoe for though? Did it took you a while to sell that?
Yeah.
Because this is your first sale. No one knows who you are.
Yeah, I posted up on Facebook. It was up there for a month until someone just said 95. I was just whatever. Let me just move this shoe real quick.
At that point, right?
Yeah.
And you said, you can't be greedy. Because at the end of the day, you still got the sell. You got $95. Now you can reinvest that.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you do then after with the 95?
I didn't buy any shoes after that. I didn't have my Instagram page at the time, so I was just I don't think this is for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Because like a month doesn't sound like a long time, but it really is a long time when you're trying to sell.
No, that's a long. You know how much things can be done in a month
Yeah,
when you
nah.
think about it. Like it's crazy.
I bet you were just like doubting yourself and shit. Like, oh, this is not it. This is not the way. Way harder than I thought. But what made you keep doing it though?
So the month after that, I had I think 180 bucks. There was a shoe, a Jordan 1 that was dropping. I think it was called the Satin Toe ones.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to get 2 pairs for retail.
Do you like those, by the way, the Santo ones?
I don't. I don't like the satin part. I like the black toe ones. But I was able to get 2 pairs for retail, and for 160. It was from one for me and one for my mom, and then I ended up selling it for $700 each.
Wow.
So that was when I was
What?
like, "Yo,
Like,
now-
there's money in this shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now I have more money to buy more shoes." That's how I looked at it.
That's fire. That's fire.
That is pretty fucking dope.
And then from there, it was just
Yeah,
history.
just
Nice.
It just kept coming.
It's crazy that could have just not happened, you know? Like, do the Satin Toe one still have that resale value?
No, they dropped down a lot. I think
They missed, right?
Yeah.
Eventually.
they're right now they're at 300.
Right.
Yeah,
Wow.
Damn.
pretty crazy.
You sold them for 700 each.
Yeah, I saw them the same day, cause like
It was a crazy hype.
I think because I didn't really know what price to sell them at, so I think the guy who bought it for me probably got $100 under market. Cause I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just like, I'm making money. I would just sell it.
Nah,
Fuck
yeah.
yeah. What?
He probably, because sometimes with Jordans or releases in general, like people kind of expect, they expect like a great resale price, like high, but then the shoe misses. So it's like it goes down. Some people lose hella money off drops.
Like I remember the Thunder Force came out and people were thinking like they were gonna go for like
The Red Thunders.
no I'm saying Lightnings, my bad. I meant Lightnings.
Oh, the Lightning Force.
Yeah, they're like people sell them. I see them for now for like 280,
Yeah,
They were supposed to be a lot more.
like 400 at least or some shit.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I feel like they should hit like 380, 350 probably in the next 5 months.
Really?
Right now, it's just really slow because the reason why Lightning Fours are they haven't shot up like crazy is because there was like a good amount of pairs, but once people realize, oh shit, this shoe is hot, they see a lot of people wearing it. That's when the price goes up.
Damn, yeah.
Wow. So you really think the price of the shoes is gonna go up?
It makes sense. I've seen that with other shoes, but like you said, it takes a while.
Yeah,
Because there might have been a lot of shoes drop, but you gotta wait for people to fuck up their pairs.
yeah. Once they fuck up their pairs, they're like, oh shit, I need another one.
Yeah.
Only place you could get them mostly is at StockX.
Right.
Or people are just gonna want them once the price shoots up.
Yeah.
Like you're just gonna see some rich dude just cash out, and you're like, damn, now I want them.
For me personally, like I always wanted the Lightning Force, like the OG ones. With the new ones, the gray kind of was like it turned me off a little. You know what I mean? Because there's gray on the new Lightning Force.
Oh yeah, the back.
Yeah, and on the OGs it was straight black
Yeah.
and yellow, and nobody sees that difference. To me, it's such a huge difference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just the color blocking.
Yeah, exactly. It's different. Do you feel like you're the type of person that pays attention to detail? Like you're what people would call an aesthetic whore, or like a quality, like you love quality?
No, I'm more like the color,
Yeah.
like the color of the shoe especially I feel like for shoes, the color blocking is probably the most important things, whether a shoe goes up or not. Sometimes the material, it doesn't really matter. It's just how the shoe looks.
Right. You think that the material doesn't really always matter?
I mean, sometimes I know for Jordan 1s, I know a lot of people care about the leather because the leather for Jordan 1s are supposed to be good.
Yeah.
But whenever Jordan 1 drops and then they see the leather isn't good, the resale value is not that good on it.
Right. Okay.
It just depends on the shoe. Like for dunks aren't really the best quality.
Yeah.
But for some reason, they're like
now
300
dunks aren't the best quality though. Have
Yeah.
you seen old dunks?
Like the SBs?
Yeah, like but older ones.
Yeah, I know those are like good quality.
Wood
though.
quality and cool ass designs. I have like, do you know the Miss Piggy SBs?
I don't.
It's just some like pink and black and yellow shoe, but like you never see a shoe like that now, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mad creative and like actual quality. Another thing though, I was on your Instagram and I'm looking at your feed. Is that grass that you have on your feed fake?
Yeah, it is.
Or is it like just in your room or some shit?
So
Like, yeah, how's your feed setup go? Like, I want to know about that.
the grass is turf. I bought it from Home Depot.
It's like some shit like this.
Yeah. And you could roll it. So I just roll it under my bed.
Oh,
So whenever I need it, I just, stick it out. And then I have a ring light, a really small ring light where I just hold it with one hand and then my phone with the other. That's how I just
Damn.
take my pictures.
Nice.
that's pretty like easy, simple, like on the go,
Yeah.
literally on the
Yeah.
go.
I mean, for some shoes, the lighting might be different because of the colors.
Mm.
Really?
Yeah.
So, like for lighter shoes, you use more lighting.
It depends because I know I think called the Yeezy Dazzling Blues. For some reason, when I took a picture of it, it made everything light. Like it made the color of the shoe looks bad.
Right.
Yeah. So there's some, some
Yeah.
different colors.
You gotta work with it.
Did you see yourself like looking back now? Like, did you ever see yourself being the guy to sell shoes, like the plug for shoes?
I didn't. Honestly.
Like, do you ever talk to your friends from high school and you're like, and they're just like, yo, I never thought like.
Yeah, because when I was in middle school, I didn't I just had like a pair of Roshis, like everyone else. And then now everyone just hits me up from high school like, oh, you got this, you got this, you got that. But sometimes I don't even have the shoe.
Yeah.
Word. Has there ever been a time where you bought a shoe and you were just like, I can't sell this?
A fucking brick.
Yeah.
No, for bricks, no, but on sneakers, I managed to hit a pair of Off-Whites. There was the Air Max, I think. And then when they came in, it was my size too. I was like, whether or not if I should wear it. But then it was kind of hard, but I ended up selling it.
Does that happen to you a lot? Like, you'll get a pair of shoes and you're just like, damn, I want to wear these.
Yeah, that happened to me yesterday.
And what do you do? Like, what's your what goes through your head when you debate?
So
Like money or fit pick?
honestly, it's like, I'm gonna just treat myself.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so it was a pair of Wave Runners. I always wanted it, so I had my size. I was like, I'm gonna just wear it. Because I barely buy any shoes for myself. Like probably like twice a year, 3 times a year.
You're not a very
what's up.
materialistic guy.
Yeah.
You don't think you're materialistic much?
No, not really. I feel like what I have now, it's all right. I don't need anything.
That's a good mindset.
Really? So if you were to get like $1 million next month, what would be the first thing you buy? You would just be like, okay, well, now I'm a millionaire.
To be honest, I'll probably buy a house.
Some
Yeah.
good investment type shit.
What's a place that you feel you would live though?
Honestly, I might just stay here in New Jersey. Like I don't see myself going nowhere else.
Yeah.
Also, bring it back to high school. I want to know, like, what type of kid were you in high school? Like, were you quiet, very to yourself, or like outgoing, or like?
Freshman year, I was quiet because I didn't, we don't really know anyone. But when I started to get my group of friends, going on sophomore and junior year, I was kind of chill, just laid back. Like if I get spoken to, I would talk, but I didn't really talk as much.
Do your friends ever ask you like, yo, let me get a discount?
Yeah, a lot of that.
And then you're just like, nah, buddy.
Sometimes it just
Depends.
Yeah, it just depends. Sometimes I'm like, you gotta support the local business.
Support small business. Come on, fam. Damn, that's funny.
That's good. Do you feel like it's hard for you to say no to people like that?
It is, cause I feel it's just. I remember I said no to one of my friends, and it was just awkward.
Really?
Right? It shouldn't even be like that though.
No, it shouldn't.
Like, okay, I understand them for asking, but like, no is no at the end of the day. Like,
Yeah, and you shouldn't be mad about that type of thing. I don't know if you guys are still friends, if he's gonna be watching this, but
No, we are. I mean, sometimes I'll give my friend a good deal. Sometimes I just sell him shoes. I make like $10 on it. I mean, I don't really care.
Especially because you're always selling anyway,
Yeah.
and you barely really like buy shoes or keep shoes for yourself. So it's like in reality, you're kind of ahead of the game, you know?
Yeah. Do you have any expenses?
Uh,
Like a girlfriend,
no
cars,
only,
or I don't know.
only my car insurance. It's under my name, and I'm like 19.
Yeah, that happened to me too. It's probably yellow bread.
Yeah, it is. It's like
270, 300.
yeah, around there.
A month?
Yeah,
Damn.
Yeah, that shit used to kill me.
it does. It's like damn, this could be like $100. I could be having an extra 200 for something
Right?
else.
Facts. You don't pay your own insurance anymore?
No, I do. It just got lowered down. After
Yeah.
after like a year or two of driving,
Yeah.
they brought it down to like 170.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's still a lot though. Damn.
You think that's a lot?
I mean,
For someone like by themselves?
Yeah,
And
'cause
pretty young, that's pretty cheap, right?
I know my dad. He pays like
Oh yeah, my dad would pay like 170 for the whole year.
for like
That's
5 cars or
crazy.
something.
Yeah, like some crazy shit.
so sorry about that. So yeah, do you feel like with the money you make, especially with the fact that you have a whole other job, do you feel like you could be able to live by yourself at this point? That you can afford living by yourself?
I've been thinking about that, but I did a little bit of math, and actually,
You'd be on thin ice.
yeah, I feel like I'll just be barely making it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So I feel like I should give myself another like 2 years or maybe 1, and maybe I think I should be doing all right if I were to go live by myself.
What are some other things like you do outside of shoes though? Like you like to watch movies? Do you like to like?
I guess cars. I'm really into cars.
Really?
Yeah, actually, one of my other jobs was at a mechanic shop.
What happened to that job?
The pay wasn't good,
Okay.
and then I realized like
You're worth more.
a little bit, and then I looked at cars as a hobby. I didn't really want to turn it into a job.
Mm.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I like working on like my own car, other than doing the same
For someone else's.
Yeah. So and then I just started just doing cars by myself.
Nice.
What
And-
car do you have?
No, yeah, his car's pretty nice. I saw it
Really?
outside.
It's a Honda.
I mean, I have a Honda too.
It's a
Yeah,
Honda
all of us.
Accord.
Hey man, humble beginnings, man. Humble beginnings.
And do you feel like that is the one thing that you can be materialistic with?
Yeah, it was, because when I first got my job, I was like, oh, I'm going to use this money to buy my first car. And then I worked like 6 days a week. It took me like 3 months to save up, and then I bought that car. That was probably like the first big purchase I ever made.
In 3 months?
Yeah.
Nice. Proud of you. And how recent was that?
10 months ago, like right after I graduated.
Cool.
Yeah.
And did you experience everything, like, looking back, do you feel like you regret the way you went about high school?
A little bit.
Wow, you feel like you could have done more?
Yeah, I felt like I could have been more out there,
Yeah.
I could have experienced high school more, because now I look back at high school, I'm like, damn, I should have done this, I should have done that,
Yeah.
get the full experience.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess college is like a second chance, but it's like $100,000.
Word. Especially since you're doing a county, you know. There's less experience in county colleges, as cool as it can be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what if like after your 2 years at community, you go to like, I don't know, like Rutgers or Keene or like,
Like a nice one.
or yeah, a 4-year school,
Yeah.
but you take your business with you there. Imagine how much more you could grow.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like you got a lot more responsibilities, like, exams, schoolwork.
Right.
I guess school payments, the books be expensive too. So it's a lot more,
Mhm.
carry on you.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I don't fucking go to school.
I mean, I live right next by Rutgers, so that makes me feel like I'm
Really?
in Rutgers. Yeah, New Brunswick.
Bro, you should go to Rutgers.
Yeah, every time I pass Rutgers or that area,
Should be lit.
like the energy there is lovely. Like I'm always like, I said like 5 million times in a minute, but I'm always thinking, wow, like this is a dream. A student just going there for free, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Having access to all these cool parties, all these cool eateries around town, and you're learning in like the best place in New Jersey, pretty much.
Yeah.
There's not many colleges in New Jersey that teach at the level Rutgers does, and place is rich.
Yeah.
I used to wish that I could have done high school and school in general better, so I could have been there, like Rutgers or just a good school in general. But at the same time, I'm happy with how I did high school because I wouldn't have cared about school as much as I do, and everything else probably not, if I didn't go through all those years where I was taking it for granted,
Yeah.
you know? Do you feel that there was any times in your life that you took something for granted and looked back like, damn, I should have
Handled that differently.
treated this differently? Yeah.
No, it's probably just, I guess, just your friends at high school.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I barely even see them anymore. And then there's times where I think about, other times, the lunch table talks.
Yeah. Yo,
So those bring back a lot of memories. I'm like, damn, I wish, you could just go back there, because high school, is something, you have less responsibility and you could just do whatever.
Right. Less responsibility than we know, bro. Like, when I think often about when Thomas and I were in high school, we really didn't have anything to do. And teachers never lied. Like, they say all these things, school ends fast. Make sure you appreciate it now. And we probably knew that was true, but at the same time, it's like,
we didn't care.
I don't care.
Yeah.
We just told him to, like, shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, we were different.
But nah,
Quick question, Thunderbolt
yeah.
question.
Okay, cool.
What's the furthest someone has ever came to buy off of you, or like from? Is it like really only Elizabeth, or is it like anyone ever from New York?
No, there was a couple people that came down from me from New York, and a couple from Pennsylvania. That was probably like the furthest someone.
Where's the furthest you ever shipped to?
In the U.S., I guess California. But
Nice.
outside, I shipped to Canada before.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably like the farthest I shipped.
Is that like a good feeling when you're like when you're like sending it off? You're like, damn,
Yeah, it is, because it's like, damn, like,
someone in fucking Canada knows
Yeah.
me.
yeah. And maybe, people from Canada, the buyer who bought from me is going to tell their friends, and then, it's just,
Yeah.
um,
It's just gold from there. Do you feel like you would eventually want to take those trips?
yeah, I do. I'm thinking about it. But at the same time, it's like, I feel like I got, work to do here. I don't
Oh my gosh, you sound like me. Yeah, you sound exactly like me. That's how I look at it too.
Like, I see some people out of high school, like, going out to trips and stuff. I'm like, bro, like, how?
Yeah, no, I get exactly what you're saying, because you feel like if you step outside, that's like so much time of work you missed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went through feeling the same way. Even though right now I'm going through a thing where I'm starting to realize it's time to just remove that barrier from my head, because of it's all what you choose to do with your time, especially when you go places. It could be you have fun and you do what everybody on Instagram's doing, getting drunk, all that stuff, or you could be, all right, so who am I gonna meet here? How much sales how much people am I gonna walk up to? There's the opportunities are endless, especially if you're in a place that you aren't really accustomed to. If you put yourself out there, there's a lot of people to meet. There's a lot of opportunities, but it all takes time, obviously.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like you'd enjoy it because you're not like materialistic. Like this is not like traveling to like, let's say if you were to go to like Cancun or some shit. Like I feel like it's more memory for you. Like, and it's also a reward to treat yourself, but without having to. Well, you're gonna spend money. Don't get me wrong, but this is very like to your like this is like a personal thing. Like damn,
Right.
I'm in Cancun all off of shoes.
Yeah.
That's when like that's different. That's really a good feeling. That must be a good feeling.
Yeah, I've been thinking about like, oh, how much, like if I go,
Trying to do
like,
the math.
yeah, if I go travel, I feel like I would just want to stay there for a month.
Oh nah, chill.
Hey yo.
Nah, I'm not trying to stay there for like a week because it goes by fast.
Yeah, no,
That's
I totally
true.
get that. I
Yeah.
totally get that.
Where would you want to travel though? If you could go to anywhere in the world right now, where would you want to go?
I was thinking of going to probably Cancun. 'Cause
Really?
I haven't been to my country, like where my parents are from either.
Mhm.
So I haven't been to Mexico.
Damn.
Yeah, I've never. Well, I'm about to go to Colombia, like I said, next month for my birthday. But I've never been outside the country before.
Yeah.
So like to me, this is gonna be like whoa.
Freeing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
How it feels like to step on the plane.
yeah, but
it's
really,
something.
honestly, like I only been on a plane one time to go to Florida, but like that's Florida. Like I want to
Yeah,
go
like
some-
everybody's been to Florida.
yeah, like I want to go somewhere like different.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think like obviously I want to go outside, but there are some states I want to I want to experience. Damn, I got to stop saying like so much. Such a bad habit. But
Where I want to hit like Washington.
there are
I said
some
it like
state-
again. Fuck.
I want to go to Washington. I think that's my favorite or like absolute possible place I have to go. Seattle, Washington, because it's just like Jersey. And I'm kind of like you in that sense. I love Jersey. The weather is the exact same. They get all 4 seasons, but they're more green and they have more open lands. So that's one place I definitely want to visit when it's all said and done. Seattle. Me, I'm a Japanese type of guy. I want to visit Japan.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
You too?
Yeah.
Are you into like Japanese culture and stuff like that?
I'm starting to get into it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But
Do you watch anime?
yeah. I do.
You strike me as an anime guy.
Yeah.
I don't watch anime at all. He does.
I'm the anime guy, yeah.
I got into it like a couple months ago. My first anime was Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good start. Yeah, you definitely got a lot of nice things about you, man. Would you have any questions for us? Because I see we are running near the hour mark.
Yeah.
What do you like? You guys, what are you guys doing to like like grow bigger?
First, we want to get our own space. Enough
Yeah.
like renting from our boys. Even
Right.
though it's cool and we appreciate it, but like we want to get our own
Yeah.
studio. Once we get our own studio, we want to get like 3 cameras.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we have to do, especially
It's just about timing.
seeing other people, you know.
Yeah.
It's so easy to see what you don't have, because we're humans after all. We are naturally bound to compare. But we have a lot of stuff. It's just everything else, we got to be able to constantly keep growing that. But it's all step by step, you know. Like what he was saying was a big one for right now. We're worrying about lighting and little things
Yeah.
that people don't even really care about. But when it's there, the difference shows,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, and we're only waiting to get like to buy more of that stuff once we have our own location, because like it's mad annoying bringing in 3 cameras, 2 lights every time you get to record and keep that in my car and then like bring that in and out. That's like, and then the setup, that's OD.
Yeah.
Man.
I feel like it's the process that
It's fun.
yeah, it's fun. It's like when you guys are big, you're like, oh, I remember I started off doing
Even now, like
Yeah.
we'll look at our first video, crazy garbage, like
Yeah.
not garbage, like, but we'll just
It's
be
garbage to us now.
Yeah.
Looking back.
Like we would have been like, damn, why did we talk like that? Or like, yeah, shit like that, little shit.
And nah, but it's awesome though because we both have never met you before.
Yeah,
You know?
I think that's so cool. Like we did not know who you are at all. Didn't even know your name, what you look like, nothing. And we just said, fuck it. Like, let's just meet this
Yeah,
guy.
and then you had the same name as my uncle, Edwin. Shout out Edwin.
Yeah.
Not this one.
Coming here, there's a street called Edwin Street.
It's a
Word?
sign.
Yeah.
It's a sign,
It's
man.
a good sign. But other than that, I wouldn't want to hold you, especially because I know you have some appointments to go to tonight.
Yeah.
So we loved having you here, man. It was good. We hope to see you again soon. And we wish you the best of luck with what you're doing.
Thank you.
And till next time.
Thank you for stepping into
thank
the
you
break
for
room.
Stepping into the break room.